Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Aviators of Anchorage taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Walker to start the drive. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. This is 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. But you look at this defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their cornerback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 3rd and 14. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A little juke. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. That could really put them in command. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Sam. Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. And they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
7 Pirates. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And look at this, another fake. Able to push his way through. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now a toss here, short side. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now a toss here, short side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Aviators are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Well, I mean, down early here in this first half. I think they felt their backs were against the wall already, so they go for it on fourth and goal. They're able to punch it into the end zone.
And they did a nice job there, feeling like their backs were against the wall, but going ahead and hunkering down and pushing forward and getting that score. That continues to give them an opportunity.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, Ken.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Aviators.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff running through the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And now they're in the hurry up. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Aviators have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. An extra point try now for Moody. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown, Seahawks. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on third down, Fields buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
18, Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
They'll set up a throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th down. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. That is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth.
And now the rookie's free. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
No mas, no mas. Right.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So they bring out their punter. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Ready.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. So the victory here for Seattle. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased.